little garden tour. We've been out here cleaning up from winter. It was kind of a mess. Did not put things always together, like put them to bed the proper way last year. Winter kind of came so quick and we just all got a little busy and didn't get out here and tend it like we should have, but I think everything's fixable, manageable, and that pile of compost is going to do a heck of a lot of good. So I'm down there. I've been out planting. My hands are filthy. But right there, we have a little mulberry tree that we planted last year. I need to pull the little tag off of it. And we started a little potato bed. So we've got some mounds of potatoes down there and some edamame growing. Not growing, but planted. And then, of course, the beautiful pile of dirt. There's some wood down there that we're going to be making some more beds. We did one this weekend and we'll be doing, I think, 2 more. And I want to also do some planting right near the chickens so that we can just grow like chicken fodder, like grasses and stuff that the chickens like, and cut down on feed costs. This is just broken down cardboard. The dirt's blown off of it, but it's a great like weed protector. There's some more there. And it just helps kind of prevent weeds. We still have some that got through. You can see we'll be going and remulching all of this. I have a big 10 cubic yards of mulch coming on Tuesday. I'm so excited. So these are 2 hugelkultur beds. It's an old way of planting. It originated, I believe, in Germany. And basically under there we dug like I think we went down, if I remember, it's been a couple of years now, but I think we went down like 12 inches and we layered wood, then sticks and twigs, and then leaves, and then the dirt. So it used to be a bit higher and it's broken down over the years, and that just adds like more nutrition into the soil. We are going to build these up as big 18-inch high raised beds with some metal I have, and it'll make it a little easier to plant in because getting down on the ground is not easy anymore. We have a little composter that we made. We just have some logs kind of holding everything in place there. And there is a bed up there. That one, I think we're going to put some more edamame in here soon. But the hugels are they're not ready to plant in yet. We're going to build them up. Today, this was our big project. So all the onions, I don't know how many there are, but definitely over 100 onions we planted in this lovely new bed. And you'll see there's like cardboard around, and that just helps prevent weeds from coming up through the soil. It's just a little preventative. And we layered some twigs and some leaves in the bottom of this. It saves you money. So when you're filling up your beds with compost, you're not like breaking the bank. We're gonna plant some flowers at the end. I've got to top those off with some dirt. Little bee house needs hung. This is just stuff I'm cleaning up. Those are for, I think there was an electrical outage right nearby because like all these electrical trucks are going by. It's really weird. I don't know. We saw them earlier going the other way, so I have a feeling a tree probably fell down out there and took out people's electric. But these are just little pots I'll put plants in. I just found this old cart actually at the dump one day, and I was like, oh, I love that. I'm just gonna throw it in the garden. It's kind of cute. And I think I might have got this at like Goodwill or something, this little teepee, and I'll just plant some things to grow around it. We have a cherry tree here and a cherry tree up there near that raised bed. They're fairly new trees. We've also got that is a pear, and there's a pear over there and a pear over there as well. Down there we have right in front, that is a plum tree, a Japanese plum. That is where the compost was last year. It's a hot mess down there. We're going to clean that up this year. But there's another plum tree down there. Okay, so my raised beds that we've had for many years, we've got garlic growing here, looking beautiful. Looks like something came along and munched a couple and didn't like the taste of it, thank goodness, so they left it alone. And over here we have a couple, I had a couple spare garlics left, I threw them in. Had a couple kale survive through the winter. We're gonna pull them, they're going to seed, so they're not gonna taste very good. And you might be able to see, those are all beets that are starting to grow. And we have some radishes. My daughter loves radishes, and we like roasting them up. She just comes out to the garden, wipes the dirt off and eats them, so she just likes them raw. If you've ever grown radishes in the summer, they are so spicy, so spicy. They're terrible. My daughter likes them, but I don't like them. Then we just got some wild chive. If you plant chive, it'll pretty much always come back, so that we didn't plant that. It's just coming back. We have some garlic that seeded itself last year, so a couple of garlic, but other than that, I've got to weed this bed. So in the evenings during the week after work, I'll be coming out weeding this and topping it off with some of that beautiful fresh compost. We have peas, and all my paths need to be weeded. It's just a mess from winter, and we're gonna put down fresh mulch and cardboard on all the pathways, try to kill out some more of these weeds. But we have lots of peas growing up here, and I made like this little hog panel teepee that will train them up. And down the middle, I just planted carrots today. They're covered. Carrots are one of the hardest things, but I finally have figured out the germination. We'll see. I say that, but we'll see. The main thing is they have to be kind of kept very moist and dark for a few days until they germinate. So by putting the cardboard over and then just coming out and making sure that cardboard's wet every day, I had really good luck finally. And then again, some more peas. So we should have lots of sugar snap peas. And mostly that's not enough to like make many meals with. They're mostly just for munching. My daughter will come out, we'll grab handfuls of them and just eat them from the garden while we're out here working. Her friends love coming out and just working their way through the garden, eating all the yummy snacks. One little lone garlic there, and then this is going to be topped off. I did not put it to bed proper. I really am kicking myself, but I did put amendments down before winter came, so hopefully they took. And again, we had some ragged jack kale that kind of lasted through the winter, and some, I believe that's the curly, just the regular curly kale. So we'll pull those. This one I did at least mulch before winter, but as you can tell, the wind has blown most of it away. But we'll top this off, cut everything down. I always leave the roots. You can see, like, I just leave them to sort of rot over winter. So this was a kale. And that way it just puts nutrients back into the soil. And then this is our asparagus down here. And I was just investigating to see, because all of our ground cover blew away during the winds. But we have asparagus. So there is a beautiful purple asparagus. There's a couple coming up there. There's a beautiful, like what you're used to probably seeing at the grocery store, that type of asparagus. A couple more purple asparagus is coming up. So I think we're gonna be good. I think most of them survived. I might have to plant a couple more, but we're good. We took this old chicken house. Somebody like tried to give me for chickens. I was like, that is too small for all of our chickens. So I just ripped the roof off, lined it with some feed bags to hold the water in. Now it's just weeds in there now, but I just used it as a big planter last year. I thought it was kind of cute. So it's like my little chicken planter. I took down our green bean teepee. We're gonna get that put back up, but I have to unstring all the rotten string and throw it in the garbage and re-teepee it up, and that'll be for green beans. Again, we'll usually get enough for meals, but it's mostly, they never make it into the house because the kids just eat them. And then this is a new one we just got last year. It's still really little, but it's a peach tree and another peach tree. So right there. So we have peaches, pears. That's my daughter's zip line platform. I don't know if you probably can't see the zip line there, but oh, my mother-in-law's out helping me get the hose put up and stuff. But yeah, the chickens are up there, so it's nice as we have scraps and weeds and stuff from the garden. We just take it up and feed it to the chickens. They love it. As soon as they see us walk out into the garden, they just start making a bunch of noise, wanting us to bring them goodies. So that is my little garden tour. We're hoping to double it up this year. I'm definitely gonna have another bed here. It's very hilly So it's a lot of work adding beds because we have to like terrace everything, but definitely gonna have another one here. I'm gonna put 2 up there with the chickens. I'm gonna do 2 beds up there just for growing stuff for the chickens. So there you go. That's a little garden tour. I told you I was gonna put one together and that was fun. So have a great afternoon and go play in the dirt. Bye. I forgot to mention, I have 2 of these green stalks. Let me see if I can back up. It's the 5-tier green stalk. I've got some sage that's coming back from last year. I'm going to be replanting some more as well. I've got some chives here, and I just planted some chives that I started from seed along this tier, and this will have like all my spices. So we can just come out the back door and grab like oregano. I'll have all the different types of basil, Thai basil, African basil, lettuce leaf basil, just any type of basil. We love basil. I'll have that growing in here. What else? Oh gosh, I have all my seeds are in there. I'm going to be starting those probably tomorrow when I get home from work. And then I have another one of these down near the chicken coop that'll be all like I keep saying that's crazy. It'll be all lettuce and spinaches, and I'll probably also put some herbs in it too, because I just won't have enough room in this one to put them all. And then of course in the garden I'll have herbs everywhere, like basil with the tomatoes, and we have mint down there, but not like in containers because it'll just take over everything. But if you have a small like patio, or you just don't have like a yard to grow in, these are amazing. And I know that there's a bunch of homesteaders like Becky over at Homestead Acre, Roots and Refuge, Justin Rhodes, they all have codes, so you can get like 10% off. I know Acre 10 from Becky over at Acre Homestead is one of the codes, so you can get 10% off, and they are great. There's a lot of knockoffs of this system, but none of them do as good of a job with the actual watering down the tiers. So I just put some water in, and you can see the little dish that separates each one, and it fills that little dish up. On every single tier there's one, so you get enough water at each tier. Otherwise, a lot of the really cheap knockoffs, the water just runs through it. It doesn't like slow drip into each one, so you really aren't getting a good watering system. So I mean, there are some knockoffs and you may get great results with them, but definitely I recommend the green stalks. And they have a bunch of fun colors too. I got the green, just it's one of my favorite colors. They have tan if you want it to kind of blend in. I think there's an orange one. So there's like different colors too. But I forgot to mention, this is part of our farm, our garden setup. So I love it. We can just come out the back door and grab some stuff, and they're perfect for patios, because I know a lot of you don't have a lot of space, but you've written like, oh, how do you do a garden? Give us a garden tour. So maybe that will help you guys out. Check them out, American made, right here like in the mountains. They're up in Tennessee, just up the mountain from us, and family owned and operated business. They are so nice. Their customer service is helpful. They send free seeds to you, or a pack of free seeds. I think I got green beans with one. I might have got green beans with both of them. But yep, I just wanted to share that with you. Have a lovely day. My hands are almost clean now. Bye.